Alright folks, get ready for an absolutely insane Minecraft challenge. I'm diving headfirst into the zombie apocalypse. With nothing but my wits and this legendary bow, we're plunging into hardcore survival mode, surrounded by the undead. Every second is crucial. Can I survive and make it to level 100? You won't believe what's coming. No! Get ready for the most epic Minecraft journey you've ever witnessed. I'm not quite sure how I got here, but I've got a bow and a pickaxe. I feel like I'm going to need it very soon. I decided to travel outside and look around. Hopefully I could find something. The city was falling apart, and as far as I could tell, nothing was left. Or so I thought. I heard horrid noises immediately outside and boarded up the door. Looks like I found the residents, the undead. I needed to fight them off, but hey, at least I was safe. Oh my god! Oh my god! The horde was outside my door. I needed to get out of here very quickly. So I broke through the roof and made my way up, in the hopes that they wouldn't chase me. The zombies began to climb up the roof and I shot them, not realizing that right behind me, an entire horde had appeared. They began to attack me and I ran, almost dying in the process. But thank goodness, they were stupid enough to fall off the roof while chasing me. This gave me just the opportunity to run. I took my chance to escape, but a zombie almost ate me alive, and I had to do something quickly. And then an idea came to me. I could break into that building in front of me and quickly escape. So I started to build up towards it, and I broke into the wall. Little did I realize that that entire building was filled to the brim with zombies. I got up higher and started to think, what could I do next to get away from the horde? And then I realized, if I scaled the building, there shouldn't be any zombies at the top to attack me. Or at least I hope. And lo and behold, there wasn't. In fact, a beautiful sunrise appeared before me. The rain stopped. It felt peaceful almost for a moment. But then, the blood moon began to rise. I attempted to break into the building. This was going to be a very rough night. So I built some iron armor to keep me safe. And then I tried to sleep on a bed. But since the blood moon was rising, I wasn't able to sleep. As I looked down, the horde had circled the entire building. How was I going to get out of here? My plan was to kill the zombies and get inside of the building. Maybe I'd be safer in there, but by daytime, I hadn't killed them. I built across to another building in the hopes to find supplies that could help me with my conquest. As soon as I got there, I immediately blocked off the entrance so the zombies couldn't creep their way up the stairs. I didn't need a horde coming after me. I found an anvil so that I could repair my weapons, and while breaking it, the blood moon began to rise again. However, I did find some redstone lamps, and I came up with an ingenious idea. I made iron trapwire hooks out of the iron I had, and then took my sword and broke some cobwebs for string. I then used that to make a working redstone lamp to keep the zombies away from spawning. But as soon as I got off of it, a zombie fell off the roof and started to fight me. I spent the rest of the night huddled up in a corner, fighting for my life. The next day, I came back over to the other building. I was breaking into it, because there was only a couple zombies left over here. And this was my chance to get inside the building, to take this over, to make it my base. That way I'd be safe. I shot the zombies, then immediately jumped inside the building, and blocked off the entrance. This way the zombies wouldn't get in, just like in the other building. I had to come up with a master plan here to get through the rest of the building if I was going to survive. So I quickly grabbed the bookshelves, the chest, the bed, and started to think, how could I get through this? I blocked off the roof so no zombies would fall in this time. After, I went back to the other building, yet again looking down to see what zombies were left. Oh, there was a lot of them, I can tell you that much. And then, again, the blood moon rose again. At this point, I felt like it was just torturing me. I grabbed the redstone lamp and made a lever so I could bring it along with me, testing it to make sure that it would work. Zombies began to multiply below me due to the blood moon's effects. I headed back over and placed the redstone lamp, turning it on so no zombies would spawn in my little room that I now owned. This was my chance. My conquest to take over the entire building. Breaking through the wall and shooting the zombies, clearing the floor clean of the undead, and then building my way across so that I could block off the entrance. This automatically gave me the first floor. At this point, the top floor was safe, so I gathered together the remains from the zombies and looked around to see what I could gather. I found a furnace, and I also found a couple iron blocks and an iron door. This actually gave me an idea. If I could place down the iron door, maybe the zombies wouldn't be able to get through it. Later on, after I'd upgraded the top floor, I realized I needed more light, so I knew I had to head back over to the last building I was at. I checked down below to see the horde of zombies still circling the building, looking for me. A zombie had even spawned over here while I was gone, so I took out my bow and finished it off. I was looking for the leftover redstone lamps, so that I could bring them back to my base and use them as a light source to stop the zombies from spawning. If the zombies spawned in my base, I was sure to die. So I lit up my second redstone lamp. Meanwhile, I was thinking, how was I going to get more XP? It was easy enough killing the zombies, but there had to be a better way to do this, something more efficient. So, I started creating a grindstone. Using a grindstone, I could take the items I got from the zombies, enchanted items, and use them for XP. And it wasn't a bad idea at all, except for one major issue that I didn't realize I did. After making the grindstone, I had decided to place it below a window. And actually, a lot of my XP was just going outside the window instead of coming to me, though the first time I did it, I gained XP and didn't realize till later that I wasn't getting levels. Floor 1 was done. It was time for floor 2. And yes, I was a little scared. I didn't want all my hard work I just done to go down the drain, especially if a horde of zombies bomb rushed up the stairs. That would be the worst case scenario. I shot zombies at angles where they couldn't touch or see me, and placed a redstone lamp to make sure none of them would spawn in the hallway. The hallway was quite a dangerous place. I also blocked off the side room so I could easily get in there without worrying about zombies, trying to be careful with every step that I took. I'm not quite sure what attracted them. Maybe it was me killing a zombie, or maybe it was the blocks that I was placing, but as soon as I had killed one and placed a block, they would bomb rush up the stairs in a swarm, trying to kill me. It seemed like this was going to be normal. Kill a bunch of zombies, a little bit of expansion. Kill a bunch of zombies, a little bit of expansion. I didn't know how long I would have to deal with this. Anyways, I broke back into the side of the room. There wasn't any zombies in there, luckily enough, but the room had the same sort of materials as the one I had just got into. So, it seemed like even though I was making progress, I hadn't got anything essential to surviving. On the upside, I had cleared the second floor from the top. I didn't have any lights really except for a couple redstone lamps, and I knew that I would have to find a way to get charcoal or regular coal somehow. Luckily enough, there was some trees outside, but it'd be very dangerous to get them. The first room didn't have anything really special in it. However, the second one did have a brewing stand and a jukebox. I was wondering how I would be able to use the brewing stand though, since I didn't have the right ingredients, nor would I probably ever have the ingredients to create any potions of any sort. I had begun to create a sort of system. Tools at the edge, chest to keep my stuff in. It was actually becoming a really good base, even though it looked ugly. I shot zombies in the stairwell trying to clear that out, but it wasn't as successful as it was the last time. I did make a few levels. My luck was horrendous. For the 5th time this playthrough, I would be getting a blood moon, which has a 5% chance, by the way. I don't understand why I was getting such bad luck, and the 3rd floor was going to be a very difficult thing to get into, because as soon as it rose, an entire swarm of about 100 zombies filled up the room. Spent most of the night killing the zombies and gathering levels. Alright, bad news, very bad news. We've run into a big problem. So, we made it down 2 floors. We now have a nice little area here. However, this is our problem. The Blood Moon decided to spawn 300 zombies. And I have been shooting for a very long time trying to get rid of all of them. I can tell you they're not disappearing. So I thought maybe I could lead them away somehow by going up here and getting them to go away by going over here. However, when I looked down, there is literally an entire pile of zombies that for some reason know my exact location. Yeah, they literally are following me to a T where I'm supposed to be. And there's one over here too. I gotta be careful. So I don't know how they know exactly where I am at all times. Maybe because the Blood Moon thing, but this is bad. I can't reach the next floor. My goal here was to reach the next floor and then essentially take over this entire place. Alright, well, it's been a really long time. And in that time, I have managed to kill most of the zombies. Most of them. Still alive. But in that room, at least. I think I can drop down in here now. God blessed. Look at all that XP. Look at all this XP. Oh my god. The third floor was complete. It was time to loot again. But all I found was books and paper. Maybe that might be helpful for an enchantment table later, but it wasn't helpful now. I got back to shooting the zombies, trying to get even further, and I actually managed to make it to the hallway, since the blood moon hadn't rose yet. From making my way down the floors, I had already gotten 1/4 of the way to my goal of 100 levels, and I'd gathered a lot of enchanted loot down there. My plan was, of course, to grindstone all of it, get that XP as best as I could, but like I said before, I didn't realize I wasn't gaining any levels, so I sat here grindstoning most of my items, not noticing the level bar not going up. If I had done that, I might have made a few levels at that point. Luckily, I did catch on, so I moved the grindstone to the middle of the room. No sooner than I had, boom, I was gathering levels again. I actually made 1 level. Alright, I'm gonna use some of these precious levels I have here to make me a shovel with efficiency 1. I've actually finally managed to clear one of the final floors. I think there's only a couple more, actually. I'm slowly, very slowly making my way down through this. They're here somewhere. Don't want to let them up in here. Well, everything here was going great until, if you look in the bottom right, my waters ran out. Up until now, I have been using the rain to refill my water. However, that is a no-go now. Meaning we need to get out there, and we need to get some water from the lake. Oh, I knew this was going to happen eventually. In essence, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cross over here and head for that lake over there. Jump out of the lake and get back here safely. Just going to be very difficult. I think I can do it, though. This would be a super deadly mission, one that I may not survive. I built my way down the building. I knew I had to get something to drink. If I didn't, I would die of thirst. And I was wondering, maybe if I built over the zombies, they wouldn't notice me as much. But they were still following me below, so I had a feeling that that was not the case. I made my way over to a tree, trying to get at least some height on them, but not wasting my materials. I attempted to snipe them, but I didn't realize this would be the worst decision I made. No, no, no! One of the zombies had a thorn enchantment, and it knocked me off, and I thought hitting the crowd I would immediately perish. But no, I survived somehow, made it to the water, and an entire horde of zombies followed me. Luckily, in the water, they weren't very harmful. They were very slow. They couldn't run as fast as they could on land. Lured them out into the lake, and then quickly headed to the land to run. I knew I had a short amount of time before they'd hit the land, and all of them would come running at me. One already had made his way to land, and was trying to get to me, so I knocked him down with my bow. I had to hurry, and I had to be quick, because if I wasn't quick here, I was definitely dead. Even with iron armor, there was no way I could survive that many of them, all running at me at once. I grabbed the XP quickly to try to repair my bow or get some levels, and I started to build up, just a split second before a zombie almost grabbed me. I'm actually quite surprised I'm alive here. That was close. With adrenaline pumping through my veins, I am super hyped. Get back up here, farming zombies. Yes! We're gonna have charcoal. We're gonna be able to make torches. We're not gonna have to rely on these stupid redstone lights. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now, while a smart person would think, oh, well, you could just go outside, right? You could just go outside and get those trees. I'm telling you, it is so dangerous out there. If you even go outside on the streets, you're gonna be chased by a horde of them. So I had to do all of this extra stuff just to get torches down here that I can't light up now. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to light up down there too. Yet again, issue, I need to go get water. So, my idea here is that I would just go there every other day to get water. Drinking from the lake had a nasty side effect, which made me thirsty, meaning I'd have to come back every other day if I wanted to continue doing this. I really wished it would rain. The rain was purified, meaning that if I drank from it, it would last days, making it a lot easier on me. As you know from the last clip, it was super dangerous coming out here in the first place. This time I had built directly over the water, making it at least a bit more safer, so I could jump right in and they would be slowed. Just like before, I got the zombies to follow me out into the lake, and then quickly maneuvered around them while drinking the bad water. I got onto the land and hurriedly went to build up so I wouldn't get caught between the horde. Also grabbing items and XP along the way. However, I did have to leave a shovel down there, which I probably would have been able to get. Safe yet again, I made it back to my base, and I'd made the most progress since I'd even started. I was on my way to the final floor. There it was. This would be it. I could complete the base, kill all the zombies, and I'd have my own place to stay. No fear, no nothing, nothing to worry about, and it was only a step away. I'd already made it to the first floor, and was merely just lighting it up, making sure that it was safe. I also checked the other side rooms. I thought I heard a zombie somewhere, but apparently not. It must have been outside. I didn't find anything more special to help me survive down there. However, what I did have that was perfect was a brand new base of operations, and I was going to use it to its full potential. The first thing I wanted to check was to see if the iron door could keep zombies out. If the iron door couldn't keep zombies out, they were about to bust it down and kill me in mere seconds. I was trying to get their attention, opening up over and over again, and when a zombie finally approached it, it acted almost oblivious, like the iron door wasn't even there. The door was a success, and I was trying to think of a way I could farm zombies when I needed to, so I broke out a part of the wall. But later on I would find out that it would be much easier to just break the glass panes and replace them with iron bars. I sat there for a while farming zombies, shooting over and over again, getting XP, so that I could level up quicker. And I even set up some of those iron bars I was talking about earlier. What I didn't realize is the closer you got to the door, the more likely they could hit you through it. And that scared me a lot. I had to go get water again, and yet again, it almost killed me. A leaf was missing and I fell down, and hurriedly rushed to the water, chainmail behind me. I sat out here, trying to get past these zombies, but they kept spawning all around me. Eventually I sat there for a long time, pulling them out to the water, to the point where the sun was setting and darkness was approaching. At this point, I really thought this was it. As soon as I hit the land, I could see zombies spawning, eyes glowing, enchanted weapons in hand, and I tried to evade them and get around them to get back to where I'd started, but no sooner than I had, than 4 more zombies showed up right next to me. I immediately built up. My only option was to build over to where I'd started from, to get there as quick as I possibly could, because right below me, one by one, the zombies were grouping up together, and all of those zombies from the lake were approaching too. I only had 30 blocks left, one block after the other. I didn't know if I'd reach it. If I couldn't reach it, what would I do? If I sat here till daylight, the zombies would not die. They would sit right below me, and the more I killed, the more would appear. 1 turns into 3, turns into 5, turns into 100, which is exactly what was happening right below me. 100 zombies were beginning to appear, popping up, and I only had 10 blocks left. 8, 7, 6, 5. I could see it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exactly enough blocks to make it to where I'd started. I'd successfully made my way back, with no blocks left in my inventory. Yet another encounter with the undead that could very well have ended my entire existence. Now that I'd almost died a couple times, I was starting to feel pretty ballsy. I decided to head outside and try to find anything I could to survive better, anything to help me in this journey.
I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away.
I created a cobblestone alleyway, and then used iron bars to keep the zombies from falling down on top of me. However, zombies were still piling up on the other side of the wall, trying to reach me. And I found a little shop but it had nothing of value in it. So I began to continue my alleyway, trying to reach even further shops or places that could give me better loot. Zombies ran down the alleyway trying to kill me through the grate. I killed the remaining zombies and built my way down the alley, looking through the window at a place that I'd once been on top of. Zombies filed through trying to reach me through the glass, and as I reached the end almost, another zombie appeared to try to get me. Been a nice break from the blood moons, but they were back again. I decided to take this opportunity to farm XP, to get levels. I mean, all I had to do was shoot the zombies at the front door, taking their XP to fix my bow, and trying to level up as quick as possible. Although I couldn't get their items, I did spend a load amount of time sitting here, arrowing, and arrowing zombies over and over and over again, getting levels upon levels. By the time daylight was there, it didn't matter whether I'd fought all night. There was thousands of them out there, or at least it felt like it. I had to finish them off before I could do anything else, which I'd already been doing all night. There was so many of them I had to find a way to dispose of them all, so I created some barbed wire from the wood I had, and placed it in the street that I'd made my way down. I was hoping this would kill them. I had no clue what this would do. I headed back and grabbed some cobblestone. I was trying to be precautious because I didn't know if the zombies would be able to get over the barricades, and if they could, they would swarm me and kill me almost instantly. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Big brain! My plan had worked, and at night we'd already reached level 40. I continued my strategy of killing zombies outside the door, and if they piled up too much, then I would use the barricade. However, the barricade did not give me any XP. It always took a lot of time farming the zombies to get XP at this point. I had countless amounts of rotten flesh from all the zombies I'd killed, and I even improved the concept of the barbed wire since they couldn't jump over it. I then opened up the other side and put barbed wire there too. That way the zombies trying to get through there would die, and they would at least spawn in a good area so I could kill them at the door if needed. I attempted to expand to this side of the street, trying to be precautious just like last time. I didn't realize that the place next to it had a bunch of zombies that were stuck inside of it. After clearing out a few of the undead, I still carefully made my way down the street, trying to place barbed wire, making sure I could expand more and more. I was still scared because the top roof hadn't been placed yet, not knowing where zombies were at. My newfound goal was to try to block off access to the tower that I once used earlier, and that way I could explore that as well. But first I needed to roof the area off. If one or more zombies fell down from the roof on top of me, then I probably would die by getting hit into the barbed wire. After roofing the area off and killing the zombies nearby, I boarded the door to the tower so that I could now explore the inside of it. As I reached the roof, my water was running out, but I was hoping maybe I could find something, water, anything. Even though I blocked off the entrance to the tower, zombies were still stuck inside of it, and I could hear them. I wasn't for sure where, so I was trying to be more careful, but once I got to the second floor, I made sure not to jump right in. I heard a growl, and a zombie came running up the stairs. After I killed the zombie, I began to break the floor to make sure there was none down there. I needed to find the entrance to the second floor so that I could block it off as quick as possible. That way no zombies would come up the stairs. As soon as I found it, I dropped down, blocking it off immediately. I looked around to see what I could loot, and I found a stale cookie in a chest. Hey, at least it was better food than I had been eating, which had currently been rotten flesh. I immediately also blocked off the ceiling so that zombies couldn't drop down in here when nighttime came. Inside of a chest, I found a book and paper. I didn't really know what to do with it. However, I did find some cobwebs so I could get some string. I also grabbed the wool, which I couldn't get normally since no monsters or animals spawn in the game anymore, only zombies. Since water was becoming such a problem, I had an idea for a solution. I grabbed some buckets and filled them up with water, and then I brought them back and purified them, and tried to make an infinite water source. But when I crouched down and tried to drink the water, it wouldn't let me. It appeared the only way I was going to get good water was by cooking my buckets into purified water, since even if I tried to drink the buckets I placed, the water source would just disappear, leaving me with nothing. But for the first time in a long time in this playthrough, I was actually lucky. I decided to explore the tower that I had made my way down already, and inside of there, not only did I find a bunch of shrubbery, but I also found water as well, and that was an infinite source of it. Although at this point I filled my bucket up with the water, I didn't realize that this water was actually already purified, meaning I could drink from it without getting thirsty. I continued to explore the rest of the building, putting torches up as to not let the zombies spawn in. I peeked the second floor. I didn't realize there was actually 4 floors to this entire tower, and inside I saw a bunch of computers and tables, which was nothing really special. So I blocked it back up and saved it for later. I then continued to level up. I was already level 46, leveling throughout the night, shooting zombies over and over and over again till the broad daylight, finally making it to level 47. At this point, leveling up would take about 10 minutes of my time, one entire night. Killing zombies at the door was actually highly dangerous. The closer I got, the more I would get hit, and I needed to get close to collect the XP. And many times I would get hit by multiple zombies, almost dying in an instant. I needed to find a better place to get XP, and as I was traveling down the alleyway I'd created, I found a better XP spot. Zombies would run down a small space and come to me, jumping on top of the iron rail, giving me an angle to shoot them from. Not only that, but that angle they couldn't hit me from, making it a perfect spot. I kept on going down the alleyway, finding a decorative place, and also a kitchen full of wood. I knew I could use that as materials for many different builds. However, the door was wide open, and zombies could walk right through, so my first idea was to block it off, but a zombie rushed through right before I could. Outside, I saw a tree, and I knew that if I could get to the tree outside, I could get even more torches. More torches meant more expansion meant more items meant better survivability. I gathered together the wood from the kitchen, and had to hurry because it was becoming night, and I didn't have any more torches. I was going to try out my new XP spot as well. Perhaps I would be able to collect not only the XP, but the items this time. I sat there all night, shooting zombies over and over and over again. I couldn't believe the amount of experience I'd gotten, and also how long we'd survived. We were almost halfway there. We were almost to 50. By the time the night ended, I nearly made it to level 49, and I began to expand yet again. I was thinking maybe I could head towards the beach, collect the wood, get more torches so that these places would be safe. I started by cleaning out the kitchen, getting as much wood and materials as I possibly could. I knew I'd need it to expand even further. I could also use it to create charcoal and make tools that I might need. I explored the other place, looking to see if there was anything that could be helpful, and inside of a chest was the best thing I could get, a golden enchanted apple. If I had a life-saving apple, I was sure I could head outside and expand. I broke through the wall and carefully placed fences, trying to block off all directions of zombies coming. 2 zombies were sitting at the door, and they were annoying the hell out of me. I knew that even one zombie could kill me because of how powerful they were, so I angled myself so I could shoot one and kill it. I tried to build myself to a position where I could kill the other one, and I fell down in the process, immediately shooting the zombie to death. I quickly built a fence, and then a wall on the other side. I now have a new area I could use to get charcoal from this tree, but right as I was going to do that, it became nighttime again, and the zombies began to spawn in front of me, and on top of the rooftop, scaring me enough to head back inside. Which means this area will never be safe until we get lights, but lucky for me, there's a tree right there. Crap! 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 No! 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 God, I can't believe we're alive. What the hell? How did that even happen? Oh, thank God I've got the golden apple. Thank God. Level 50! Woo! We finally did it. Oh my God, level 50, that's it. It's halfway through, baby. After I reached level 50, I went back to the kitchen, killed a zombie or 2, and went outside to gather wood. I was gonna make more torches so I could make everything lit up so that would not happen again. I didn't want another zombie spawning in a place where I thought I was safe. Thanks for joining me on this epic journey through the hardcore Minecraft zombie apocalypse, where we've already made it to level 50, but the adventure is far from over. There are 50 more intense levels to conquer, and I need your support to make it through. If you want to witness the nail-biting continuation of this series, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss a thing. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment below with your thoughts and suggestions for the next part. Your support means the world to me, and together we'll survive all 100 levels of this epic challenge. Until next time, keep crafting, keep surviving, and keep exploring the unknown. I'll see you in the next episode.